Hello everyone, my name is Franc Allkja and I am 17 years old. Today I'm going to talk about gender-based violence. Recently we have launched a new campaign called SHOTA. I'm reaching out to you because we need your help. We want to end gender inequality. We want to try to mobilize as many men and boys as possible to be advocates for change. And we don't want just to talk about it. We want to try and make sure that it's tangible. It was the first time I witnessed public violence. A drunk man was continuously beating his wife in the road. At that time, when I was just 13 years old, I would have not imagined how embarrassing that act was. Let alone considering that man as a heartless being and a really life harassment to that poor woman. This strange and seemingly awkward phenomena, which I inadvertently encountered, bewitched my mind, and subsequently I have tried ever since to conjure any method to end what was already being called gender-based violence. But growing up, I realized how different were both boys and girls. I noticed that friends with whom I used to play had started to tease same-age girls. At some point, being in a state of continuously hormonal change flux, I sympathized with them, but of course to a certain extent. Later on, the cases of violence emerged from media with light-speed velocity, like a deadly spreading disease. My knowledge about women's rights deepened. I received intelligence about women's rights. Understandably, these rights were identically the same for both men and women. Then, why this awful disclaim of equal rights between them? Human nature is very deceiving. It can go through the darkness of time and ruin itself, or be so happy and joyful that it can even cure cancer. Unfortunately, I was dealing with humans facing their most obscure times, and it became even darker when I revealed some quite sinister numbers. The fact that 30%, that's 1 out of every 3 women in the world, have experienced sexual harassment at some point in their life is horrifying. Gender inequality is the root cause of violence against women. I stand here in front of you today not to blame the victim, but to channel our common focus on teaching boys and men the right behaviors. Our strategy to diminish violence against women is to inform people about it. Understanding what is normal and abnormal in a relationship, despite the fact of the level of intimacy, is important. Even children need to learn how to partake in healthy and respectful relationships. Our biggest concern is that men feel that they are above women, and this obviously leads to grant them the ability to do what they please, even that it means physically or mentally harming another being. This is what I say. Don't ask the victim to avoid violence. Educate men not to commit it in the first place. That seems rather strange when said by a 17-year-old boy, but however, if we won't take action now, then who will? And if not now, then when? Both men and women should feel free to be sensitive. Both men and women should feel free to be strong. It is time that we all perceive gender on a spectrum instead of 2 sets of opposing ideals. If we stop defining ourselves by who we are, we can all be freer. And this is what SHOTA is about. It is about freedom. I am nearly finished. I want you to bear something in your mind, as I have already done when in search of ancient wisdom. Plutarchus said, "As is a tale, so is life." Not how long, but how good it is what really matters. And if this is what you will remember in the years to come, then high have I already flown. Thank you very much.